Peace. It's a Tantalus one. And I just wanted to just make a video, man. You know, a lot of you guys on my Tantalus page, on my Aborigine, you already know that I do like I'm not under the Moorish doctrine. I'm not a Moorish science. I'm not a Moorish science member or none of that. But I did get a complete understanding of it when I went through it. You know, you guys know what Moorish science is. Moorish science is just universal science. So if you don't want to call it Moorish science, you call it universal science. It's astronomy, cosmology, geometry, and civics. You understand? So that's what Moorish science basically consists of. You know what I'm saying? Also, you know, with some of the sayings, you know, dealing with the Moor, a lot of people got problems with them because a lot of people, you know, you got a new video out there with THRU and Study. Well, matter of fact, no, THRU and Study always had that video out there because a lot of people consider Moors to be the people who Mussolini's army or the Congo, they believe all these was Moors, or these people with these feathers on was Moors. And I'm gonna do another video just to show you some of the stuff that the Moors did in Spain, so you can at least understand that you had noble Moors. All the Moors, just like today, you got motherfucking pimps, drug dealers, killers, and savages. You had some people at that time like that. So not everyone was dealing with that. So a lot of people don't even know the forgotten cause of civil war and what that war was about, because you had some Cherokees who had some slaves and some of them didn't have slaves. Well, that's a whole other thing, though. But I just want to definitely give a shout out. This page is done by Lord Abba, and this is some of Noble Drew Ali actual sayings from people who witnessed it. All right, so I'm just putting it out there. If you agree with the sayings and if they resonate with you, they resonate with you. If they don't, they don't. Okay, I'm not trying to tell nobody they Moors. I'm not out here. You know, you already know I did a video. I already put the etymology of the word Moor up. The word Moor is dealing with Barbers. It is dealing with North Africans and West Africans. It's also dealing with, it's a synonym for the word Negro or dark complexion person. So that do somewhat relate to you at some point in time. You understand? And at some point in time, if we came across the people in which they was calling Moors, you would have been considered a Moor too. A Moor just wasn't somebody who was in Europe or Spain. A Moor at that point in time was any dark skin or Negro person. You understand? So the Spanish would have called you Negroes too. They the ones who called you Negroes. So I'm just gonna go on, man. Just please don't come at me with the bullshit. I'm just reading his oral sayings, and I just want people to understand Noble Drew Ali a little better from a lot of these fucking urban myths you get from a lot of these niggas who hate Noble Drew Ali. Alright? So let's go into it. So, alright, this is number one right here. Number one. You see the red highlighted is his actual saying in which people said that they documented in which he said. Okay, so this is the first one. I'm going to try to get as many as done as possible. There's over 200. So I'm just going to be reading them to you. And you guys, you tell me what you think. Don't sit there and think of it from prejudice. Think about, you think Noble Drew Ali was a Mason and he was such a bad guy. I'm going to read what he was saying back in the 1930s. So you tell me. All right, if he was conscious or whatever we consider. All right, so the first one is, he say, I bought you everything it takes to save a nation. Take it and save yourself. That's the first one. Number two, it say, children, you are at home. And the European is 3,000 miles from home. You understand? He says he's going to have to take some water. All right. So if he said, children, you are at home, I don't think he meant children, you are the descendants of Morocco and American. I'm telling you, because you know Noble Drew Ali, mother was Chickasaw and his father was Cherokee, which a lot of these Moors don't even talk about. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, but a lot of people get credit, like Garfield, he give credit to Elijah Muhammad. Elijah Muhammad got the Nation of Islam off of the Moorish Science Temple of America. And I can easily prove that. I can easily prove he got the readings of Noble Drew Ali. Easily. Because how did the 5% nation get the teachings of Allah? Arm, leg, arm, head. That's in the Circle 7 Quran. So how did they get the teachings? Now I know a lot of people, they like, all right, well, that's some bullshit or whatever. But where did they get them teachings from? Because Father Allah was taught by Elijah Muhammad. So how did he know about Allah, arm, leg, arm, head, Islam, our sublime master? How did he know about that? All right. So I'm gonna go on to the next one though. Number 3. All right. So number 3, it say my good Moors are going to live. All right. It say number 4, I'm going to stop the European from thinking and start the Moors to thinking for your own good. Number 5, if you have people who live in the South, get them out, because that's where the destruction going to start. Number 6, it say for all the various lynchings and murders that was committed in the South is going to pay and pay in blood. Number 7, every word I speak is a spirit, and you Moors have better heed. Okay. Number 8, it say look around, and where you see people, one day you'll see wild animals roaming down the streets. All right. Number 9, it say when the fire come, I'll be the water. Number 10, it say when these people, I'm sorry. It say what are all these people doing here? And that's my shit. I like number 10 right here. It say what are all these people doing here? When I look around in North America, I say what are all these people doing here? Where all these people come from? It say it's only going to be a handful saved. He said, I can count them on my finger, and I still have fingers left. Wow, that's some deep shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So it said I have got airplanes, defilins, and apparatus. I'm going to take my good Moors up an apparatus and incline until it's all over with. Yeah, I mean, I know that's some spookism, but Drew Ali was a very deep brother, man. So it say one day there's going to be tears down all the churches and take down all the bears. And no, he said take down all the bells and melt them down and make bullets to fight with. He was saying this shit back in the 1930s, okay? Number 13, it say one day every wheel of the industry is going to stop. And when they start up again, the Asiatics will be in favor, okay? Number 14, it said if the European be jet, they will have Asiatic vice president, and if they had an Asiatic vice president, they would have a European vice president. I don't agree with that or whatever though. But number 15, it say in the year 2000, the Moors will come into their own. Okay. Number 16, it say one day your biggest trouble won't be getting a European woman, it will be fighting them off, like you see right now. Okay, number 17, it say when the European go back to Europe, it say the climate will go back to what it used to be. He talking about here in North America. It say this implies to the climate in the United States at one time was more tropic climate before the European came here. Okay, so number 18, it say before the European came here to North America, the bananas was as large as grapes. It say the bananas was large and the grapes were 4 in hand. It say it took 2 men with hand sticks to carry one bunch of grapes. Now that's some deep shit, y'all. Okay, number 19. It say when destruction come, I'm going to leave enough fine buildings so my good Moors will be able to enjoy them. That's some deep shit. Number 19. Number 20. It say one day women is going to be chasing men around like running after rabbits. Now you see what's going on now. It's actually the opposite, man, with all this stuff we got going on though. But maybe one day it might be like that again. Okay? Let's keep going. Number 21. They say the European will not be able to remove all the wealth from the land after he go back to Europe. He said after he go back to Europe, they say mountains of gold will be revealed to the Moors. They say movie like National Treasure 2. They say books of secret give a glimpse of how such an even would look. They say again, this is pure conjecture. Okay. So number 22, it say children, you are playing rich, which we are rich. You see the Aborigine man. The Aborigine man running around here jumping from foul lines. He creating vehicles. He creating signs, lights. He creating glaucoma machines. He creating cell phone. He creating anything. So we are rich. It's just that we don't know our wealth. Okay. Number 23. The Europeans going to have to pay our people off for all the work that they did in slavery and pay off it compounded interest. Now that's some deep shit. And he said this is back in 1930, y'all. Okay, number 24. It say one day we will go to the store and there will be soldiers there with guns and bayonets. It say on them. It say and they will not let you enter. They will order you to move. That's some deep shit. Better get your shit together, people. Number 25. One day the Europeans are going to lock up the food in the warehouse and put soldiers around them and guard them. It's saying you will go anywhere he says to get something to eat. That's number 25, y'all. Number 26. This number 26. It say one day the Europeans going to let you down. You are going to have to put up 90 days of supply of food to last you until the brothers come to your rescue from the east. Okay, so that's some deep shit. You can also read the fine print. I ain't reading the fine print because I already know what it means. But you guys who you want to do some additional research, come back on the page. Like I said, this is Lord Alba, which he go by the Grand Sheik Wayel, but this is just some Noble Drew Ali oral sayings, all right? I'm just reading them to y'all, all right? So where were we at? Number 26. Let's go to number 27. I'm going to go up to number 50, and then I'll probably do this in like 4 or 5 parts or whatever, right? So it say 27. It say one day some of you old Moors are going to be so hungry that you are going to bite into your own flesh. He said the old Moors. He talking about dirty Moors. He saying blood will skeet out. He saying you are going to get angry at yourself because you didn't put enough food. All right, number 27. Number 28. I didn't tell anyone where I was born at. It say who my parents was because I didn't want people to make a shrine out of the place or make over my parents like they was Joseph and Mary. All right, number 29. It say the Moors were once seafaring people who fed the world. It say that the time is going to come when we will go back to feeding the world again. That's number 29, y'all. Okay. So it say Chicago, Illinois is going to be our new Mecca. All right. So number 32. Like I said, man, this stuff applies to you. Let it apply to you, man. A lot of this stuff is it's definitely some powerful saying. I don't care what's your prejudice against Noble Drew Ali. I don't know, you got a lot of, so-called stuff about what was said about Noble Drew Ali. All my information is what I was taught. Love, truth, peace, freedom, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. You understand what I'm saying? You stand by them principles. You can today be a righteous brother if you stand by them principles. And this is the principles in which all of us should be standing by, Aborigines and people who turn themselves more. You know what I'm saying? So number 33. All right, now check this out. Watch this. Number 33 say one day the grass is going to grow up in Detroit. All right, number 34. Now we're gonna come back to Detroit. Matter of fact, you know what? No, I think it's another saying about Detroit. I just wanted y'all to definitely get the other saying about Detroit. Number 34. They say try to live closer together. They say more should have their own cities and ritual style communities throughout the United States. Okay. Number 35. It say we, the Moors, have the blood of every nation flowing through our veins. There be bringing us about a cross spirit. It say every nation on the planet descends from the Moors, and so they have the blood of varying degrees of mutations, but we have the blood of every nation coursing through our veins, for we are the progenitors and the cross mixtures with every nation on the earth. All right, some people have problems with that. All right, number 36. The Italians have our blood. Okay, it said the blood of the Moors mixing their vein. That is why they are so mean. 37. It say we the Moors are hard-headed, stiff-necked, mean set of people that have never did anything except at the point of sword. At the point of a sword. So they're saying that you niggas is lazy. The only way you get you to move is through pulling the sword out, pulling the hammer out, or whatever. Number 38. I remember when I was on the soul plane. I remember when I was Noah. Noah was a carpenter and he built the ark. It said when the flood came, men came swimming out of the ark and knocked at the door and said, Noah, Noah, let us in. And he told them the door is locked, and the angel came and took the key away. That's some deep shit, man, whether you believe in that or not, man. See, like I said, man, a lot of you people, you gotta learn to eat the meat and spit away the bones. You understand what I'm saying? Me, I come through all these schools of thought. Yes, I fuck with the Hebrew Israelites. I fuck with them. I do fuck with them. I don't believe in Jesus Christ or what we call Yahweh Shah, but I do believe that there is some important stuff in that Bible. Okay? So like I said, I came through all these schools of thought, you know what I'm saying? And I learned a lot through all of them. Like I said, these schools of thoughts are not meant for you to stay stuck on. You take what you take and you fold and you shape that into you becoming the person you want to become. Just like we take away from all these, you want to be a wicked person. You take away from all this different wickedness and you become a wicked person through that. You watch this wicked shit. You watch this wicked shit. You watch something else that's wicked, and you combine all the wicked lessons that you learned, and you become the wicked person that you are today. But if you take all of the good stuff from what the Hebrew Israelites, what the Moors are talking about, what even I don't know so much about the Kemetic brothers because y'all really don't offer shit. All y'all talking about is fucking pyramids, and we got pyramids here in North America. So, I mean, as far as these certain groups or whatever, you take what you can take. I deal with civics. I deal with cosmology, geometry. I deal with a lot of this stuff already. So I take what I take. And far as, like you said, with dealing with the Bible, you don't have to take everything in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to take all that shit straight up. Some of that stuff is meant to change your life. You take what you can take out of it, man. You don't think nothing wrong with, certain rules, certain rules in there, man, you gotta take on your own, man, and do what you know what I'm saying? Like you said, the herbs, like one of the verses say, the herbs is for healing the body. This is in the Bible. They tell you not to eat shellfish, not to eat pork. You understand what I'm saying? But you people still eat pork. Because you don't have no rules. You think you just want to live and just say, well, fuck it, I don't have no rules. Where you want to learn life lessons from? You know what I'm saying? The Bible is meant to teach you life lessons so you don't go down some of these routes. Okay, that's all it is, man. So I'm going to keep it going, man. Number 40. It said the European went to Morocco government and asked for permission to come here. It said develop this land, and they was given 50 years to mandate it. So a lot of people, this is dealing with the treaty of friendship and of peace and friendship. Because if you see the treaty expires in 50 years. It said 50 years. So the treaty already expired. So the Europeans supposed to leave. If for those of us who believe in all this stuff, the Moroccans and all that shit, myself, as even dealing with the Moor, I still didn't understand that because I'm like, yo, well, how if the Moroccans was in charge of over here, how did they let us come over here and become slaves? So a lot of stuff about the Moorish Science Temple, I'm still not like brought on, but like I said, I take what I take. Noble Drew Ali has some good information, bro. And you could take what you want. You could take that how you want to take it. All right, like I said, you guys taking it personal because they show you some Mussolini, got some men with so-called fezzes with no tassels on and shit like that. You take that personal, that's on you. Like I said, you should be taking personal now. You got Moors out there selling drugs and out there pimping women and out there on the radio talk about taking Percocet. You niggas don't do nothing to them though. You don't even talk about they noble because they make money. No, you got dirty Moors right now to this day. Let's fight them right now. Never mind what went on back in the day. You had good Moors, you had noble Moors. Do some real research on the Moors, alright? Number 42. Alright? Matter of fact, hold up. Nah, number 41. They said I had to go around my arm, I had to go around my elbow to touch my thumb to get what I wanted established in this government. So it say the phrase means that the prophet had to take a complicated path because our people simply did not believe that they were a nation. He went to the U.S. government and the Conference of America in Havana, Cuba. They say, and some of them still had doubts, so he was forced to do a simple thing the hard way. Alright, that's what that means. You understand what I'm saying? But like I said, you get a lot of this information. Brother Garfield talking about, oh, he never went there. How the fuck you know? You wasn't there. You just trying to find so much information to tear this man down. If this man was saying this stuff back in the 1930s, he was a special person, man. So let's keep it going. 42. It say wrong 2,000 years ago. You got me, but it say but I got you today. It say this is interpreted as when the Holy Prophet was here 2,000 years ago. It say as so-called Yahweh Shai, say the Roman nation crucified him, but when he came as a prophet, Noble Drew Ali, he accomplished everything that he came for. The absolutely proof is in his work. All right. So a lot of people wouldn't subscribe to that. Which, as you know, a lot of us did reincarnate into the 666 carbon pack or whatever. So maybe Noble Drew Ali came back with he knew who he was in the past lives. A lot of us don't know who we are in the past lives. You understand? So maybe that has some truth to it. All right. So number 43, it said I placed a ball on Babylon and it's still rolling down. Everyone that gets in the way is going to are going to be ground to powder. All right. They say this could relate to anyone who interfered the Moorish Science Temple and the Divine National Movement. All right. 44. They say you tore up everything that was brought to you. They say, but I brought you something that you can't tear up. It will tear you up, all right? Which some people having problems with it to this day. 45. It says I'm going to leave the European here just enough to teach you how to run a government, okay? To teach you how to run a government. Because a lot of us forgot. A lot of us, like I said, we are uncivilized, man. A lot of us are uncivilized. Like I said, man, look, man, you can take a lot of this stuff and apply it to your life. See, you motherfuckers, y'all people got personal issues with people to where you can't get like how they say, what's that saying go? Never mind the teacher. I forgot how it go, but it's something in orders to that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about the teacher. Just get the message of the teacher. Well, yeah, all right, something in that order. All right, I can't think of it right now. All right, but that's pretty much where it went. Never mind the teacher. Just get the motherfucking message. All right. So, you know, like I said, a lot of these sayings is some deep shit in 1930. So this at least to give you an idea of who this brother was. All right. It said I'm going to repeat it to myself. It say 47. It say now, and like I said, if he was so good friends with these Europeans, he wouldn't be saying a lot of the stuff that he's saying through this stuff. All right. 47. It say if you had a dream and you forgot. It say what you dream. It say to remember. Place your forehead face down on a pillow and you will remember it. All right. 48. It say if you dream of me, it is like seeing me for true. Because the devil cannot steal my appearance, okay? Number 48, okay? So 49, it says, the Moors were the first people of all other people that used our name were adopted into our tribes, okay? That's number 49. So number 50, and I'm going to stop it at here. Now, if I'm going to just look up a little bit more, just to see. Number 50, say people left the Garden of Eden and died by the thousands. But it was the Moors that was able to traverse the desert and go into other parts of the world and inhabit. Deep shit. All right. Number 50. I'm gonna go to 60. Fuck it. Number 50. It say how would you like to have your mayor and chief of police? I guess he's saying let me see. It say the prophet had Claude Green Bay put out it say in Moorish guide inquiring into the thoughts of the members of having their own township. That's what we need now. Our own shit, whether it's Moors or whether it's Aborigines or indigenous Americans. It say in the day and age the Moors will be incorporating their own cities in the United States. It say each city has its own mayor and police chief, which he's saying that should be our people, and which that should be our people. You understand? And he's telling you government back then. You understand? Like I said, you'll take something from this, man. Whether you guys got personal problems with the Moorish Science Temple, if you guys got any common sense, you can understand at least where we going with this, all right? Number 53. They say before the end of time, every knee will bow to Islam, okay? I mean, like I said, I'm not Islamic. I'm not a Muslim. I will be considered a Muslim because I do submit my will to the all. That's all it is. It's just like you believing that there's a higher power and you submit your will to the higher power. That's all it is. All right. Number 54. It say the membership is going to dwindle down to a handful. It say, but keep the doors open and I will drive the Asiatics in. They say the Holy Prophet said when I drive the Asiatics in, it's going to take 10 secretaries just to write down the names. Just to write down the names. Say over the decade, the Moorish Temple America had a dwindling down to a handful. Today, the membership is on the rise, and it is now up to the new Moors to open up new temples and drive the Asiatics into the temple that have also kept their doors open all these years. All right. Number 55. They say when I rise, my floodgates. It's going to take 16 secretaries to write down the names. Okay, so that's not okay. All right, so that's a continuation, I believe. So 56, it say let all the old businesses stay as it is. It say all the new businesses do it in your free national name. All right, so a lot of people don't subscribe to that, but I'm gonna keep it going. All right, 57. They say watch the newspapers and listen to the radio. I'm going to make the European tell the truth. And he's telling the truth. We finding out we Aborigines. So he is telling the truth. All right, let's read that again. Number 57. Watch the newspapers and listen to the radio. I'm going to make the European tell the truth. That's some deep shit, man. I don't care what nobody say. Like I said, this shit, when I read this shit a couple years ago, it touched me, man. And I don't care what nobody say about what Noble Drew Ali. This is some beautiful stuff, man. Everything don't relate to everybody, but you can't take what relate to you and at least get an understanding of what he was talking about in the 1930s. So let's go with 58. They say things are going back to the horse and buggy days. I wonder, do they mean that when you see the Book of Eli? You know what I'm saying? You see movies like that. 59. They say, children, one day you are going to love me. Okay? All right, 60. It said, I'm due to the east right now. It said, I'm going to have to go straight out the east, and then I will end up in the west. It say, the west will be easier. You will be able to be down and sleep and wake up in peace. This will just break. It say, this will be just a breakfast fight. It say, by the time you eat breakfast, it will all be over with. All right. So let me see. So I'm gonna go a little further. All right, let's go to 61. So it say, one day blood is going to flow into the streets up to a horse bride. Deep shit. 62. It say one day bombs are going to fall so that they won't miss a spot as wide as my shoe. It said you are going to need a basement to hide. Some deep shit. Why would that's some deep shit, man. 63. How many of you can do something? Number 64. Don't worry about how you are going to be saved. It will be done. In a conflict that cannot be told in words. All right. Let me see something. All right. I was looking for one particular. Let's see, man. You know what? I'm gonna stop right there. What was I? Let me see. Right here, I was at 63, so I'm gonna stop at 63, y'all. Like I said, man, listen, bro. At this day and age, man, you got a lot of conflict. A lot of people don't take and study nothing. That's how I knew most people don't know about the Moors when they start talking about the Congo and what the fuck is the Italian emperor name? Well, not the Italian emperor name. I can't think of his name right now. Mussolini. They said Mussolini went to Egypt. I'm not Egypt, but the Ethiopian, what they did to the Ethiopians and the Congo. Like I said, man, them are not the Moors that he's talking about. Them are probably the dirty Moors, but them people don't consider themselves to be Moors. They're not calling themselves Moors like the brothers over here. They're not, just because you see them with feathers on, you want to like, oh, them Moors right there. So that's all the Moors did. So when you turn back 100 years from now and you see the Aborigines killing and shooting each other, and what you want to say about them? What you want to say about the Aborigines when people look back 100 years from now and they see the Aborigines killing each other, the Aborigines pimping each other, the Aborigines don't know how to treat their own brothers and sisters to this day, right now. But your first reference would be like, oh, the Moors had slaves. The Moors was with, we know the Moors was with George Washington. Okay, we know that they captured Moors. We do know that. Do you understand? Just like they captured us today and people sell out today? Just like today, we still under slavery. We still captured. We're still captured, and a lot of people is helping these Europeans out to this day. So them are the same people you see, and vice versa. I don't mean, oh, them just the Moor. See, we categorize people, and we don't get a proper understanding. Like I said, look the word Moor up in your etymology dictionary, and it'll tell you it's a synonym for the word Negro or dark complexion person. With that being said, man, I'm the Tantra this one, man. Peace.